Hi guys, and welcome back to Grumpy's Workshop. In today's video I'm just going to be building a simple stand for my planer thicknesser that I've just done a review of. If you're interested and want to see the stand, stick around, that's coming up next. So the first thing I did was cut the pieces down to their rough dimensions. Then I could run them through the thickness planer just to clean up the edges a little bit. I didn't really need to do this step, but it was a new toy in the workshop, so I felt it was a necessity and just had to be done. Then I could use my homemade corner clamps to hold the pieces in place while I pre-drilled, countersunk and screwed them all together. Now I've got a pocket hole, the shorter parts that are going to go between the top and bottom frames. The only annoying thing about using the single pocket hole is it just takes so long to set up, because for material 38mm thick you've then got to measure out 32mm from the end and put your mark. Because obviously that's where you've got to position it for this thickness of wood. So as you can imagine, it takes a while to kind of set stuff up. And also you've got to manually change the position of the depth stop for all the different thicknesses. So although pocket holes are very useful in a lot of scenarios, doing it with this is a pain in the backside sometimes, but I do want to get myself a better jig, but I'll have to persevere with this one at the moment. Right, the pocket holes are done. What I've done is positioned 4 clamps and clamped all these middle sections in place, and I've used my square to make sure they're level across this way and on this face. Then tightened up the clamps and I'm going to screw it in. Right, I don't mind admitting that I did come across a small problem, being that these are only fairly short supports. The bottom ones I can actually get the drill and bit in there and screw it on without any problems. Problem, however, with the top ones is the fact I can't actually get the driver in at the right angle. Now I've got a shorter piece, but even with the length of the drill, that won't go on there. Then I thought I'd use this cruddy little 12-volt thingy, but that's too big to go in there. So I've had to resort to using the smaller bit and some mole grips. And then once you get it so far, then I can actually get this short one in there. Hasn't really got the power to actually do it up, but I can do it by hand, so. I'm just adding this support strut just to give the top a bit more support so it don't sag with the weight of the plane of thickness they're on. It's probably overkill for this because it's only a short span anyway, but if you're going to build something, you might as well build it right. Once the frame was built, I could then move over to the table saw and cut the top down to size. Now I've cut the top down, I've got it where I want it. I've left a bit of an overhang, you'll find out why later on in the video, but I'm just going to clamp it in place, pre-drill, countersink and screw the top down now. And then once the main table was complete, I could move back over to the table saw and start cutting the parts down to make the drawer. Right, I'm making a quick drawer out of some old particle board. I've routed a groove in what will be the outside of the drawer, both sides. I've cut some thin strips of 18mm ply, and I've pre-drilled and countersunk the holes, and I'm screwing that to the inside of the frame, and that's basically going to act as the runners, because I don't actually have any drawer runners, so I'm just going to do it like this. It's not going to hold any weight, it's just basically for all the tools that go with the machine that's going to be sitting on top, so it doesn't have to be anything special. Right, that's the frame of the drawer done. Let's see if it fits. Got a little bit of movement on it, but I'm not worried about that. Sorted. Right, originally I was just going to cut it the exact size of the drawer and screw it down from underneath, but the shortest screws I've actually got at the moment are like 40mm, which is a bit too long really. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the drawer apart and run it across the table saw to make a groove, and then I'm just going to slide it in, put the drawer back together. So now you can see that the groove slides in there. Now I just need to check it fits. Voila! So now I just need to make up a front for it. I've cut the front to size and rounded the edges round to match the tabletop. I marked a line where I need the front to be screwed to the drawer itself, and I'm just going to use 1.25 inch screws to attach it from the back of the drawer. Now I've marked up where the middle of the drawer is, and I'm going to drill right the way through just to put a finger hole for opening and closing the drawer. Right guys, I'm going to end the video there. Some of you may have noticed that I haven't put any wheels on it. I've got some casters. Now they're only off my daughter's bed because she's just got a new one. But they've got no brakes on them. So I've got to come up with a way to mount these so I can kind of make them retractable. So the table's actually on the floor, and then if I do need to move it the short distance, because let's face it, my workshop's only small anyway, but if I should want to move it, then I need to be able to kind of get it on the wheels to roll it around. So as I haven't come up with a way to do that yet, I'm going to end the video here. So I want to thank all the subscribers that have joined the channel so far. I really do appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and the bell icon, and you will be notified every time I upload a video. So that's going to wrap this one up. I will see you in the next video. Cheers for watching, guys.